Hello everyone, welcome back. I brought this guy in today because we have a bit of a problem with him, and that is the roots from the tree have somehow got through the tree and they've broken the rock apart down here. As you can see, the rest of the rock is still attached to the pot there. So what was like that is now bust apart. The rest of it seems to feel okay. So I'm gonna strip the tray out and see if we can somehow wire this piece back in. Maybe build some other new type of landscape with it. Yeah. Must have worked its way through some holes. This is, I think they call this dragon stone. It's an aquarium stone, and there's lots of holes and stuff in it, so it's obviously worked its way through. Okay, so we carefully put that out the way. Put this over here out the way altogether so that nothing happens to it. Put this here. We'll keep all the bits of rock, because I use all that again to make some sort of new landscape. Our little fishermen up there out the way. It's tied in here, this rock. So tend to break up this rock, so it may not be the best to use, but it does look well. Actually been stuck. I actually stuck it with some sort of putty or something to the bottom of the pot. Okay, let's give this a wash off and we'll come back then and have a look, see what we can do. Put that out of the way there. Okay, so I have the rock clean. I'll just leave this piece on, it's just glued onto the bottom. Now what my plan will be is to put some strong wire in here. So I'm going to wrap the wire over this. This will be okay. I'll be able to get the moss and stuff to cover the wire. But the tree is a bit crooked there. I need to lift it up if I can. So maybe put a piece in that side. Like that. We'll just tie that on, so at least it'll screw. I just made it with the wire there. Hopefully I can get a twist onto this. Okay, that's solid again. Like I said, I can pack this up and we'll get that. Should be able to cover that no problem with some moss. Just try and get it in if I can a little bit. Okay, that's solid. What I'll do now is I'll just pack it with some soil around. I can bring it this way a little bit would help, I think. Would probably be better with smaller pieces and underneath there. Right now that's pretty solid. We'll put a bit of soil in and we'll see how it looks then. Scoop pack. Put a thin layer of bonsai soil, mainly at the back here. Now, what we'll do now is I'm just going to fill it with sand. And I have to go and get some more sand for that. Okay, got a bit more sand here now, so we'll just fill in back here. So this will be the kind of the water side. And then we can use these bits of broken rock to build the shoreline. Same with the back here. Let's see. A good piece, maybe we'll put that one in here. fiddling around with it till you get the way you want it. Maybe something like that. And back here we'll do something similar. Okay, so that kind of gives our shoreline. We'll just fill in the gaps with some sand. Once we water all that in, it will all fill in. Now, we have these bits of moss. They're not great because they're actually, what I'll do is I'll just put a bit of compost on here now, just to help the moss. And if you just put a sprinkler of compost over your bonsai soil, it just gives the moss something better to grip into, because the bonsai soil drains quite quickly. Now the birds have been ripping up all my moss, so it's kind of a bit wrecked, but make do with it for now. Maybe I'll find some more outside somewhere. Let's trim it down a bit. Get a bit in there. Against the down like that. Another bit in there. Okay. Drop it round the back here. Okay, I'll have to go and see I have a bit more moss somewhere. Okay, found a bit of moss. Again, not the best stuff in the world, but I just had to rob it off some other plants. Well, it might do the job. Now, I'm also thinking I have some little Chinese elms cuttings here that I took and I think are rooted, so maybe we can utilize them. We can get them out. Just shaking over there. Definitely rooted anyway. Now, I'm wondering if we was to put, say, one here. What's this one like? It's only got a small bit of root. Yeah, I think if we put this one in here, it'll help hide that wire. We can get it. It's got long roots, so it'll reach down into the compost down here. Tuck it in behind that wire there. I'm not going to do any root work to it. I'll just carefully try and keep the soil on it as much as I can. Get that root down here. Compost down there. I will put a little bit of wire on it just to hold it in place if we can. There's a piece of wire here which is obviously being used at some stage to hold something, so I'll just wrap that around it. Actually perfectly placed for it. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll get some of this moss, that's some soil on the back of it, and we will push it on here. So that'll keep them roots in. In there like that. Keep that packed in there. This little guy. I could just stick him in there. May as well use them. They're just sitting in a pot getting full of weeds. In there, already straight there, and then we'll just pack around that again with some moss to keep that in place. Now, what I do need to do, if I can, is get some moss drawn up this here to hide the wire. We'll just tuck it in. Like that. Just get that quick rough pruning. Something like that. A couple of little trees on there. Late date, we could add more if we wanted. I'll just finish putting some moss around. Actually, what I'll do is have this stuff here. Clings and grows really well. You can kind of keep it trimmed, but you gotta keep it trimmed because it'll cover everything. This one isn't as bad. I have two of these. The kind of a more limey green one would cover the whole pot in a couple of months, the tree and all, if you've got a chance. But this one seems to grow a lot slower. But it should crawl up there, like you can see a bit of it. It just helps to cling on to the moss to cling on. Okay. So we'll take that out and give it a bit of a water, and then we'll come back then and have a look, see how it's looking. Okay, so we'll give it a bit of watering. So now we'll just push in a little bit of more moss in here. Filling in cracks. Something like that. Back here is looking okay. Yeah, not too fussed about the back because I don't really see it much. Whoops. Get that pinned in there. Yeah, so that's looking alright now. Just want to have a look at the tree itself. I could do with a bit of a pruning, alright. Just wondering about this branch. I think we can get rid of that branch now. I don't think we're going to need that one. So I'm going to take that whole branch off. Just take off some of these bits that are hanging down. Okay, I'll go over the tree and I'll just give it a little pruning back. I just want to clean off the bottoms basically. Maybe take out some heavier bits and we'll have a look at it. And then we'll come back then and have a look at the finished product. Okay, I've kind of cleaned out the tree a bit. Didn't go too crazy, just cleaned out a little bit. And we're taking off a fair few branches off it. Now, I am also thinking this big branch here, I don't think we need it. I think we could get rid of that branch. Now, we could gin it. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll gin it, we'll have a look, and then if we don't like it ginned, then we'll cut it off completely. So I'll do that now. And then we'll have a look at that. Okay, so I've got the wire off it now. I'm just going to score around the top here first. And then just give that a bit of a squeeze. Okay, so that'll be kind of a little gin. Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll leave it there for now. And when we take off the wire up here, we'll do a bit more carving back of it, so it's not just a straight line. But that's not too bad. This branch back here is a little bit weak. We could take that one off maybe. Could possibly take that off too, but we'll leave it for now. The rest of it doesn't look too bad. Little reminder again, if you're going to be doing a landscape, do your tree first. So now I've got to go over the landscape now again and clean it all off. Or else at least put a cloth over it. There's a cloth right there, but as always, I never didn't put it on. Looking for my soft brush now, if I can find one. Did have one somewhere. So we can use this one. Just brush that all off. We could maybe just put a very thin layer, another thin layer of sand. Flicking it all over myself. Thin layer of sand over it again. That's what I might do, just to finish it off a bit. And we'll water it in again then. I'll just clean it off a bit. Okay, and then last thing now, what I like to do is, if I can find some, just scatter a few little, these are maybe a little bit big actually, we'll go with these smaller ones. A bit dusty, but we're shaking. And then I like to just put a little bit of a shoreline around the edge so it's not just the sand going straight up to the rocks. A little bit. Okay, so we can give that another quick little watering in. Okay, so we give that a little watering in. We're just get a little towel, just clean off the edge of the pot a bit. And the sand has come over the edge. Now it's just a matter of getting rid of all these little bits and pieces that have fallen out the tree. We keep these Chinese elms quite small, they're just a kind of a, basically a scale thing just to give the main tree a bit of a, make it look a bit bigger. We could put one back here if we want to, but it won't really be seen at the back. This trunk could do with a bit of cleaning off. Just put them bits of moss in amongst the rocks. Okay, I think we'll call that one done. One thing we need is our little fisherman back. Put him back in there. He's caught a bit of seaweed there, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so I'm glad I kind of noticed it. I just went out into the garden a while ago to have a look around at my trees. And I just looked at this one, and as I turned it, it just wobbled. And I was wondering what the problem was. When I shook it, I realised the whole rock had come loose. Luckily I spotted it before it fell. It could have damaged the tree or anything. If it had broken and fallen off or hit another pot or anything, or I don't know. So at least we got it in time. It's not as impressive because it's not up in the air anymore, but I think it still looks okay. And the tree is doing really well, probably because its roots are going all the way down into the bottom now. So them roots will travel through the compost and the sand, and there's only a couple of drainage holes in this, which drains very slowly because I haven't even put drainage mesh over it, because it's such a shallow tray that even if it fills with water, it dries up pretty quickly. So I don't mind that happening. It also helps to if the tray is full of water, when it fills, it helps to draw moisture up through the moss and up into the up here to keep the moss green. Okay, so we will call that one rescued, and we'll put it back on the bench. And as always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.